here's a representation of the piece I had to make. Still have a couple of little filler pieces here and here to do, but that gives you the representation of the piece I made and how much was rotten away that had to be replaced. I still have to drill the holes, but it's almost done. The next piece that I have to fix is this piece. As you can see, there's some rust there all the way down to there, and that's how much of that was rusted. I don't know if you can see the line right here, but from that line forward is how much I have to replace. So I'll be making that up probably tomorrow. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. Okay, so the welds are all done up on the cover piece. Well, almost all done. Got to clean up the welds right now and see if I missed any spots. So for the most part, all the grinding is done. For the recesses here and up there, the metal wasn't exactly perfect to begin with, but I think it turned out pretty damn good. Nothing a little Rage Ultra or something like that won't clean up nicely. So yeah, there's that one all welded into place and ground down. Hope you guys like it. So my task now is to get all this scaled down, cleaned up, down to bare metal. I did that with that end before I epoxy primered it with this stuff. Stuff is awesome. Anyway, I am using these Scotch-Brite Roll-Lock fiber discs, which, as you can see, really does a great job at getting all the paint and rust scale off. I'll have to treat the metal before I put any primer on for the deeper pits, but yeah. Anyway, that's what I'm working on right now. Stay tuned. I'm not really sure how well the sound will turn out, but I want to give you a demonstration as to how well these Roll-Lock discs work. And it doesn't do anything to the metal. It just strips off paint and rust and any other materials, old body filler, seam sealer, that kind of stuff. Works really well. So I don't know how well my audio will come in, but I'll show you. nothing. Those things work so awesome. I've removed this portion of the cab. This is where the door latches into and where the bedside attaches to. I've removed it from here, which, you know, exposes this area that I have to cut. You can see the line in which I have to cut. So that piece had to be removed in order to get access with the grinder to cut in this area. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've got to do the same on the other side, and then I can start proceeding to get that area ready to be cut so that I can put that piece in its place. So this piece is an original support for the door, as you can probably tell, and the bedside ties into it, as you can see by the spot welds there and up there. The bedside actually gets tacked to that, and you can see by this piece here just how rusted that portion was. So in my other video, you saw one of the other supports that I took off the cab recently. It's connected underneath this piece with the clamps. So I cut this portion off after I laid them over one another. I cut this portion off to tie into here. And in regards to this section here is actually part of the outer rocker, which will tie into it right about here. So the rest that you see there will more than likely get cut out once the outer rocker is fit into place. If it doesn't, I'll just put a piece of steel from my stock. I'll just cut a piece and stitch it into there, and that will be good. This piece is actually from the original Blazer itself, so I'm going to reuse it and try and keep as much of the original stuff as I could from the Blazer body in this build. So yeah, that's what I'm up to now. Next. Well, this is the finished piece for the most part. Like I said, this area here, it's more than likely going to get cut out and replaced by the outer rocker, but that's the new piece, new to that piece. That's the new piece welded in. Looks a heck of a lot better than it did, and it'll look a lot better once this area is done. This area I'm not concerned with because it's going to more than likely be cut out and replaced. So yeah, there's another piece of the original truck saved once again to be put back on the truck. Hope you guys like it. So this piece here has just been removed from the cab body, and its replacement is this piece. That's the piece I've been working on, and as you can see, the recess along here, that the floor sits down inside of it. So anyhow, there's the newest update. Stay tuned. All right, so the revision has been made, and it's been epoxy primered. I have to weld a nut under there and under this hole and that hole. I have to weld a nut. I'm about to do some more work on this upper structure piece. As you can tell by this is where the door striker is. So this portion here, where am I? This portion here, that is actually the surface that the bedside gets spot welded to. So this upright piece needs to be cleaned up and reinstalled. So I'm going to clean this up with the Roloc disc that I've showed you in a past video, and yeah, we'll see how it comes out. Right, here's an update on that area that I showed you a moment ago that had all the seam sealer, surface rust. You can see right here that the rust went a little bit deeper, but the wire wheel and the Roloc really did a good job of cleaning that out. Still got some more to wire wheel here. Did all along here. So, and this is the other side. I just wire wheeled all that. Well, fiber disc, Roloc does a really good job of cleaning off paint and filler and rust and so forth. That's not too bad. Yeah, it looks like it got into the grooves pretty good. May have to use a little wire wheel, see if I can get some more of that out before it gets epoxy primered. But there's an update on the upright support. I think it's turning out pretty good. I'm sure some of you may be wondering what this is all about. So when I was dismantling the body of the Blazer, I took a measurement from this mark down to where the Blazer floor was, which is, damn it, trip over everything, which is what this surface is. That was the Blazer floor I was referencing. Ooh. And so I took that mark to that floor, made the measurement from here to there, and that was where I had made this cut here all the way across was from that mark. So just in case you guys were wondering, that's what that was referencing, this measurement here, so I knew where to cut later on down the road when I was going to be replacing, and I'm going to call it, what should I call it? I'm calling it the rear cab support cross member. So anyway, there you go. So once again, the bedside is back in place. Oh, actually, two of them are. That's a first. That's great. The way that sits right there, awesome. The way it sits over there, awesome. However, and this is pretty typical of stuff that happens during shipping. So, excuse me, scrunch around. Bam. That should not look like that. That should be nice and flat like that corner. And it's not. So I've got a little bit of work ahead of me, but not a big deal. It happens. It could be in a worse place, that's for damn sure. So anyway, second bedside in place. Fastened with 3 bolts for now, just to keep it in place. But another milestone, two bedsides on at the same time. Pretty happy with today's results. It's not perfect, but it's way better than it was. You can see by the lighting there's still a little bit more contouring to do, but we'll see what happens. I'll get it as close as I can. Whatever doesn't come out, because there's a brace here on this side, so that ripple, I don't know, that might just have to end up being filler to get rid of. But anyway, it's better than it was. I noticed that the original part on the right does not have that raised area. So since this is from the cab originally, or not originally, from the truck cab that I'm using as a donor, it has that raised area. So I'm in the process, as you can see, of trimming that and flattening it out and welding it up. So hopefully it looks like that. Stay tuned. All welded up, time to grind. All ground up, and in my opinion, if I may be so bold to say, I think it looks pretty damn good, as well as the other side. So I think it will need, I will give it a slight skim coat of that that filler that I put on the cab cross member support, and that will get rid of the last little tiny bit of imperfections, but I say it looks a heck of a lot better than what it was. Like and comment in the down below in the comment section if you agree or if you would have done it differently. Cheers. Skim coat applied, both sides. So I'll give that, I don't know, I think it takes about a couple hours to completely solidify, but as soon as it does, I'll give it a sand and see how it looks. Alright, so I'm starting on the dash using the roll-lock disc. Lots of contours. This could take a little while, but it's already looking better. Yeah, lots of flimsy thing. Lots of contours. Lots of little areas that are probably going to require a wire brush to get into, but it is what it is, so let's keep going.